1, 2, 3, 4. We dominate and we going out.
I said we were going to be victorious. I said that we're ready. Kind of like a statement that we are what we say we are. We're ready for any other European teams. We'll always be ready.
Welcome everyone to Loughborough's world-renowned Centre of Sporting Excellence. Here we are at Loughborough University for a great match-up between the NFL Academy and the Dusseldorf Panthers in a rematch of the game that was played almost a year ago. My name is Carl Walkinshaw. Welcome along to the booth, and I'm so excited to be joined by NFL Academy alumni. Shane Boyce is here.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you for the lovely, lovely introduction. It's a pleasure to be here, at Loughborough College right now, experiencing the matchup that took place last year. I'm buzzing to see what the guys have in store for today, and it should be a really, really, really good game.
Now you can see the coin toss has just taken place here. We're going to be talking to Shane about all sorts of things, NFL Academy, how you get here, what's a day in the life like, how those US trials work, all that sort of stuff we're going to get to. So if you're somebody who's sat out there watching the NFL Academy and you love American football and you think, you know what, I'd like to try that out, we're going to get all the deets from the man to Shane here on the mic. So it's going to be an exciting one. Dusseldorf Panthers back having to travel over here from Germany. We understand they drove through the night to get here. And they're in white today. You'll see them on the left of your screen. And they're going to be returning this kickoff. And NFL Academy in their familiar black and, what colour are we calling that? We calling that teal?
Yeah,
I'm
teal.
going for teal, black and teal. So we're getting ready for kickoff here. It's going to be Petrillo, number 81. Filippo Petrillo is going to be kicking off for the NFL Academy. And he'll be kicking off to the Panthers, backed up at their goal line, ready to receive this. And the action's just about to get underway here at Loughborough Uni. Here we go, the rematch is on. Petrillo with a kick that's going to get to the 5-yard line. Picked up there, and that's a great tackle to start. And it's Arthur on special teams, the linebacker Arthur coming in to make that tackle. Mesh Arthur on that one. So to Shane, what do you think is going to be different this year from last year when you played Dusseldorf? You think this is going to be a different team coming out here?
100%. The guys look a lot bigger than last year, so they've definitely been in the gym working hard. But I trust the NFL Academy. I know the program that the boys have been put through, and the guys have gotten a lot stronger than last year, a lot faster, as we can see the 40 times. So this should be a really, really exciting game.
So it's David Shafir at quarterback for Dusseldorf. They'll come out and play actions left-hand side now. That's a good hole and gets up to that second level. So a gain of 8 on first down by Pharrell Rosenberg, the running back on that one, number 10 for Dusseldorf, right up the middle there. 2nd and 1 coming up. Again a run. And they'll squirt through for the first down. So first set of downs, 2 plays. First down to Shane. Defense need to stiffen here.
Wow. The running back is bursting straight through that A-gap. Great run by him. It's getting very, very interesting now. I can see that the boys are already feeling the pressure.
NFL Academy with a 6-man defensive line now. Try and slow this run down. This time, tries still on his feet, twisting and turning. Another good run there from Rosenberg, and they're having to rally to get it. Well, in fact, Academy do shut that one down. Maybe half a yard gain on that one.
Great tackle by Jadil.
Shane, how's it feel watching these guys not being down on the field?
I'm itching, but this is their time. This is their time now. But no, as I said, I know that the running backs are going to do their thing today. I know that the whole team is going to go out there and show what the NFL Academy means, and they're just going to show the whole world, as we've done before, what Europe and what we can do as the NFL Academy. So I'm really, really excited to see what the game has in store for today.
Timmy Oki, number 28 for the NFL Academy, A little bit shook up on that one. He is walking off under his own steam, so we'll get him checked out on the sideline. Hopefully he can make a quick return. Again, the NFL Academy now with those 4 defensive linemen and then 2 linebackers crowding this line of scrimmage, trying to shut down this opening drive of Dusseldorf. Go back to pass for the first time, and he will hit the running back in space, and Arthur will track him down. So linebacker Arthur having to track down the runner that time, Rosenberg.
Great tackle by Arthur, wearing number 52 as formerly Kofi Taylor Barracks used to wear, so he's definitely living up to those numbers.
And Kofi Taylor has gone on to play for
University of Colorado. So really, really excited to see what Kofi has in store at Colorado.
And Arthur's trying to follow in his footsteps. Amazing to see so many of these guys going over and playing Div 1 football in the States. These international pathways really being opened up for these young gentlemen. 2nd and 7 for Dusseldorf now. Back to pass again on 2nd down, looking for the crossing pattern. Now he's under pressure, has to get rid of it. Nice defense both ends. It was number 90 for the Academy that was getting some pressure there. In fact, not number 90, I think it was defensive lineman
Emmanuel
Oki coming in there.
Great pressure by
3rd down.
Emmanuel.
And then good defense the other end as well to Shane.
That was great defense. It was nice that the QB was actually able to get that one off.
3rd and 7. Dusseldorf, their opening drive. If you just joined us, welcome to Loughborough. Dropping down, looks to his trip side. Now goes over the top, and that's picked! Working his way back inside. Now looking for the end zone, and that's going to be the first NFL Academy score. Goes to Ella Jeffrey Afosi. What an excellent play there to Shane.
Great pick. Great pick. You know, this is what Coach Marv teaches them all the time. Track the ball. Once you get that ball, run that through straight to the end zone. Great pick by.
Now, it was the pressure that caused that. They had pressure on 2nd down, then on 3rd down they bring even more heat, and the quarterback trying to make something happen. Is this how the game last year went as well, this sort of defensive pressure?
In the beginning, you know, commonly with the academy, we start off quite slow, but then once we get into it and once we get warm, that's when we just start firing. And, you know, once we start going, you can't really stop us.
So 6 points on the board already for the NFL Academy as Petrillo will try the kick. It is up. And it is good. 7-0 NFL Academy off a pick from Ella Jeffrey Afosu. And that's not how Dusseldorf would want to start, to Shane. They won't want to have started with that pick under pressure. And that's going to put them in a hole. They will come back out straight on offense. So we've not even seen the offense from the NFL Academy.
Not yet.
If it goes like this, we might not see them at all.
Not at all. Sometimes defense wins games. So that was a great play by Eli. Can't wait till the offense comes on. Really trying to see what the RBs have in store for today.
Who you got your eyes on the NFL Academy offense when they do come out?
I got my eye on a few people. Paul Brewer, running back number 3. Got my eye, as you saw, the kickoff, Felipe. He has a great hands, great speed. So really looking forward to see what he has there on the offense side of things.
We look forward to seeing them shortly. But first, we got another series for Dusseldorf. So Filippo Petrillo will kick again. And this one, they will let bounce out of the end zone. So no return. Ball will come out to the 20. NCAA rules here. It's a 90-yard field. We're stood up here on the roof. We got a good view of everything going on down there.
An amazing view of everything that's going on. Best view in the house, so we're lucky to be up here, aren't we, Carl?
Definitely are. Best view in the house. So here come Dusseldorf. Last year, what were their main threats at Dusseldorf? Were they a good running attack, a good passing attack?
They had a good mixture of both. Good run, good pass. They only ended up scoring 8, so 1 point on us. But I mean, as a whole, the team was quite good. But our defense, you know, we had some great athletes. Dante Barrett being one of them, as I said before, Kofi Taylor Barrett, so was able to hold it down.
Run up the middle this time to start their account, and they have had some success with that run. That's running back Lars Michel, and he's going to open their account on this series with a 5-yard gain. Score was 53-8 last time these two teams played, and my man Tashane here had 3 of those touchdowns.
It was a pleasure. Last year was a great opportunity, it being my first international game and our first international game, for the NFL Academy. So it was a great opportunity to be able to perform and do well in that game. So definitely excited to see what the running backs can do this year on their side.
2nd and 5. This time the quarterback will keep it behind a big blocker in front. Working to his right, working back to his left. That's some really good running there from Shafir, who kept the ball on the run option. Looks like they've been working on that attack.
Definitely.
Coming into this game.
Great run by Shafir. Defense definitely needs to stay a little bit lower so they can ensure that they're wrapping around those tackles.
Dusseldorf Panthers Football Club is the oldest European football club, founded in 1978, would you believe? Before American football was even on most TV screens in Europe. So they have a rich history, and this team you're watching here have 16 total championships in Germany, with the last one being in 2022. So they're showing some of that form here with this early running attack. This time back to pass. Shafir goes to his right-hand side, and that's a nice pop on the sideline. The catch was made by Schmidt.
Big hit by Timmy. Great hit.
Timmy Oki coming in and just delivering the boom on the sideline. They will pick up 4 yards on that quick pass out. 2nd and 6. Seems like Dusseldorf are okay when they're ahead of the chains. When the pressure comes, that's when the pick happened.
Definitely. This is already seeming like a better matchup than it was last year. So interesting to see how this first quarter goes.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. One receiver to the top for Dusseldorf. Quarterback will take it himself through a hole over the left-hand side, and Arthur has to track back, but not before that quarterback, Shafir, will pick up the first down.
Great play by Shafir. He's causing a lot of damage for the defense right now.
David Shafir is a senior quarterback. He's won multiple championships in his 10-year-long football career with Dusseldorf.
He has loads of experience. It's clearly shown throughout this first half so far.
He looks nice and relaxed, doesn't he, when he takes the ball? He trusts that offensive line are going to protect him.
Very relaxed. That's exactly what you need as a quarterback. You need to be relaxed, be able to look for your reads, and then if no one's open, you can just take it and go.
7-0 to the Academy. Dusseldorf driving. Flags are going to come in. Now, ball goes up, but that's not going to count. It looked like it was Sanusi that moved, but we'll see whether he was drawn off by the offense. Ref's mic's not on today, so we'll do our best.
Yeah, Lopez knows. He knows.
Dead ball foul, offside defense. 5 more yards to Dusseldorf. They've driven this from their 25 now well into NFL Academy territory to the 30-yard line. 30 yards to go to pay dirt. Dusseldorf looking to tie this one up.
Let's see what Dusseldorf have in store for this play here. They're getting closer to the end zone, so let's see what they do.
1st and 5. Oh, bobbled snap, immediately under pressure and goes down. Now, did that ball get snatched away? Wow, it looks like Proctor, number 5, just took the ball away from Shafir on that.
Amazing.
We'll see if we can get a replay. Incredible play by Proctor. Ball looked like it was bobbled, and then Proctor, in like a bullet, just stole it away to Sean.
Proctor doing things that he's done before. He's done this multiple times in training, and here he's showing doing it in the game. That's exactly what the NFL Academy produces, athletes that are able to provide and deliver in moments where, you need them.
It's confirmed. NFL Academy with another big defensive turnover. pick six, and then Proctor snatches it away, and here come the Academy offense with Brewer up the middle, and he barrels his way for 9.
Straight
so
up.
they open their account here to Shane.
Straight up the A gap. Great run by Brewer. As I said, one of my main players to look out for. Running back number 3. He's done this before, killing it this season. So excited to see what he does throughout this game and the rest of the season.
The familiar figure of Sam Fenton in at quarterback for the NFL Academy. Trips to the bottom, but they'll hand it to Brewer, and he gets met in the hole. Nice tackle that time. Looks like Taeyong, the linebacker, coming in there, number 5 for Dusseldorf, to deny Brewer any yards on that. Going to bring up 2nd and 2.
First time seeing the NFL Academy offense today, so promising. We know what the NFL Academy offense can do from history, so really, really excited to see how this new offense is going to come against this new Dusseldorf team.
We know they can put up points. 3rd and a yard. Dusseldorf crowding that line. They'll hand it to Brewer. Nice hole off the right-hand side. Dusseldorf defense have come to play.
Oh,
They had to drive all the way here. They've come to play, right?
definitely. A lot of pressure.
But it will be a first down for the Academy, and the sticks will move. So excitement already. We've had 2 turnovers. Afosu with the pick 6, and then Proctor stealing the ball away. No score from Dusseldorf. First time we've seen the NFL Academy offense, and they get a fresh set of downs here at the Dusseldorf 42. Play action. Fenton looks over the middle and hit Petrillo on a crossing pattern. Petrillo still on his feet. Petrillo down to the 22. Nice play.
Great catch by Felipe. Great catch. He's definitely someone to look out for this game.
42. Play action. Fenton on a crossing pattern. Petrillo still on his feet. Petrillo
Up, comes back forward to get a few extra yards.
So it'll be first down, NFL Academy at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Motion. They'll hand it on the end around. It's Lax trying to find the edge, and he won't get there. They do a nice job there to Shane, of just bubbling him out to the sideline.
Yeah, the defense, they read that. They could see the motion. Great defense by the Panthers.
Well, let's check this, because from our angle it didn't look like he got much, but actually he picks up 5, Henry Lax. So did a nice job. Did find some yards on that. 2nd and 5 for the NFL Academy. Driving their first drive. Brewer with a huge hole up the middle.
Great easy run by Brewer. Straight up the A gap.
Picks up a gain at 12. It's going to be 1st and goal for the NFL Academy. Already 7-0 up. Now camped at the Dusseldorf 5-yard line. Fenton and Brewer in the backfield. Stack sets to the top and bottom. They'll hand to Brewer. That's a good defensive play.
Great defense by the Panthers. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate.
Yanni Scoopin coming in there to take Brewer down. Here's a replay on that tackle. Just comes in off the edge to scoop in and takes Brewer down. 2nd and goal now from the 7-yard line after that 1-yard loss. Fenton looks to his left-hand side over the middle, trying to get the ball that time to Volanino, but incomplete. 3rd and goal. Can the Panthers hold, to Shane?
3rd and goal. We're going to have to wait and see, Carl. I know Sam, when it gets to these situations, I know that Sam always has something up his sleeve. So let's see what Sam has for 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Looking to get another score on the board. First score coming from their defense.
A lot of energy on that Panther sideline.
He's going to keep it himself, Fenton, and he'll get bottled up in the backfield. Tried to go for the run option and keep it up the middle. And it's going to bring up fourth. Fourth down to Shane. You go for it. You kick it.
If that's me, I'm going for it. But I know that because we're winning right now, Sam's probably going to take the option and throw it.
You know you're going to back yourself every time, and they are going to go for it. It's that NFL Academy attitude.
Definitely a lot more energy than it was last year from the Panther sideline. They're juiced this year. Excited.
Motion from Volanino as the excitement builds. Fenton's going to go to Brewer in the flat. He's going to cut back and try and get in, but he'll be out at the 1.
Ooh.
Tackle was made by Joel Quisser.
So close.
Dusseldorf hold.
So close. That was so close, Carl. The defense is definitely ready. Definitely ready.
Do you think they'll be happy on the NFL Academy side? Like, you've experienced it when you come off and you hasn't gone the way you wanted it to. What are you saying to yourself?
You're angry. Definitely know that the NFL Academy are not going to be happy about that. You know, that was an opportunity to score. And, you know, scoring points is what wins games. So I know that that's going to bring a lot more energy for the next drive that they have.
Dusseldorf in an I formation. Again, a nice run. Again, busting tackles, trying to get free. The NFL Academy defense need to rally. That's Lars Michel on the run. That German national team running back. He's going to pick them up a first down. That running attack really working well.
Really is working well. NFL Academy just needs to get a little bit lower with the tackles. That's the only thing.
Fresh set of downs. As they get some space now, they can open up the playbook a little bit more. Can Dusseldorf. No longer under the shadow of their goalpost. I formation again. This one left-hand side. And 2 NFL Academy players have to combine to bring down Rosenberg.
Great way of Eli sealing off the edge. He read that.
They limit Rosenberg to 3 on first down, brings up 2nd and 7. I formation again, 2nd and 7. They go to the run again, and Arthur has to make the tackle. So they've got this kind of 1-2 punch going on to Shane. You'll know how these running backs work. They've got Michel and Rosenberg. Both of those coming in. They all look talented. And then you've also got the threat of Shafir keeping it himself. So it's difficult to defend.
It is quite difficult to defend. You know, they got 2 strong, fast running backs that are causing a lot of damage right now at the minute. And also a great QB that's also, you know, taking it for himself. And he's making it quite difficult for the NFL Academy defense right now. But I'm sure that the NFL Academy, after a few drives, will figure it out.
Q1 has really been all about the Dusseldorf offense. Held the ball for a long time, 3rd and short. And that's good defense.
Great defense.
Jadil Wahab was the first man there, but the flags have come in. Maybe some tension down there on the field.
Heads are definitely firing right now. I knew that the NFL Academy would get fired up. Let's see what that flag is for.
Referee's talking about this. Dusseldorf Panther program, it's almost like the academy program, but in Germany. They practice 4 times a week. They have an athletic and strength program. Players from all over West Germany come and play for the Panther football program. So these 2 teams both putting the practice sessions in, both putting the time in. And we'll hear from Tashane a little bit later about what it's like to be an NFL Academy player and how that's all structured and works. Right now, we're just trying to wait to see what this flag is. Referee's talking to the Academy captains, and it will be the Academy that will be marching back. And it's a big one to Shane. Looks like a 15-yarder, which is going to give them the first down.
Oh dear. Yeah, sometimes mistakes like this, sort of cost other teams to get points, but NFL Academy definitely just have to keep their head on, not let anything get them, riled up or get them fired up, but just stay focused and play football. That's all it is at the end of the day.
So an unsportsmanlike, and it looks like that will be the end of the first quarter. So the score here, NFL Academy 7, Dusseldorf Panthers 0. Your reflections on the first quarter, Shane?
What a first half, I feel like this first half has kind of summed up how the game's going to be, bit topsy-turvy, fired up, there's a lot of energy and a lot of rivalry from last year. Of course, you can see that the Panthers team have come back fired up, wanting revenge, but also the NFL Academy, they're trying to defend that title, that that 1-0 that we have from last year. So there's a lot of energy, and yeah, this game's definitely going to be a testament to how the rest of the rivalry is going to continue.
And is that thing, being kings of Europe, in terms of the NFL Academy, never lost to European opposition so far, that's something which you guys really work to?
100%, especially being from the NFL Academy, when we started off, no one knew who we were, and the only way that we was going to get for people to know who we were by playing games, playing people in Europe, and being able to dominate like we did in Europe. We kind of have that pride to uphold and, continue to live up to our expectations.
So we're underway in Q2. Dusseldorf Panthers driving after that 15-yard penalty against the Academy. Run up the middle, Rosenberg, and he's shifting his way and tries to pick up more, and he will get 7. Brought down by Proctor. Good running again.
The running backs from the Panther side are really, really doing a lot of damage right now. It's going to get interesting.
Last time these two teams met, NFL Academy really dominated, but it looks like Dusseldorf have gone away and said, well, we played the best, we learnt from the best, we're back. And it's an exciting game so far, just the one score from the Academy defense. 2nd and 3. Dusseldorf looking to get into NFL Academy territory. Rollout, Michel, he'll just keep it himself. And he scampers outside. It was Shafir, on the run. And he scampers for a first down. And it's Isaac Ubaka who has to chase him out of bounds. First down into NFL Academy territory now.
Wow, the game is really getting interesting. Shafir's over there showing off that 10-year experience. Defo shows.
Ubaka caught in a bit of a, double bind there, right? You don't know whether to drop back and he's going to pass or whether Shafir's going to keep it himself and run. Difficult. Dusseldorf playing well, driving well. They have had 2 turnovers, however. We know how devastating this NFL Academy defense can be on those turnovers. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Shafir takes the snap, rolls to his left. Now he'll keep it and run. And he's just taking what the defense give him, pickup of 6.
Great little run. I saw JJ run around the edge, but Shafir then cuts it straight up the A-gap.
Bring up seconds, a 4-yard gain actually, so bring up 2nd and 6. Clever little offense, isn't it? They're not staying in the pocket, I guess, just to avoid the NFL Academy pressure.
It's definitely a lot different to what it was last year. Last year was a lot of runs up the middle, but this year they've switched it up. They've obviously done a lot of time studying, watching film and analysing, what went wrong last year, and they've come today and, tried to do things differently.
4-man line for the NFL Academy, those 3 linebackers. Adjustments will be made on that Academy defense. This time goes to the air and he gets a reception. That's Newfund, Peter Newfund, the wide receiver, picks that one up. The throw from Shafir was a good one. First down, Dusseldorf.
NFL Academy defense needs to get back into this. They can't let their head slip.
Here's the replay, just a quick slant inside there to Shane, and gets inside Arthur and Gets a reception, first down.
Oh,
Quarterback keeper up the middle again. Trying to rip that ball loose, I think, there to Shane, yeah?
Wow, definitely. I know NFL Academy, the mantras, anyone that has the ball that isn't your opponent, strip the ball off him. Very interesting game. Very, very interesting game.
It's a controlled drive by Dusseldorf, isn't it? They're not trying to go for the big chunk yards. They just want to keep that ball moving, keep the chains rolling.
They just want to keep getting that first down, and it's working right now. Close to the end zone. Let's see how the NFL defense holds up.
2nd and 2 into the red zone. As Shane says, at the 17-yard line, Dusseldorf hand the ball to Rosenberg, but he trips.
Great read by Vinnie Maxfield. He saw that, he read that play from early. Was easy, able to make the tackle.
Vinnie Maxfield just back from Italy, playing for the GB team as well. 3rd and short, they're going to go for it, and they try and shove it for the yard with the QB sneak. And it looks like they've got it. David Maurice Shafir with the first down, and they're going to move the chains again. Dusseldorf playing well early in Q2. Been playing 10 years as Shafir, and his experience really showing. Must have started at a very young age if he's been playing 10 years.
10 years of football, that is incredible.
At this age, right?
That's linking it back to the Americans, you know, that long... Oh.
Shafir going to the end zone. Nice tipped ball away. Tipped away by Timmy Oki.
Nearly. If Timmy got that ball, I know he definitely would have been able to run it far. You know, we saw his 40 the other day. 4.48.
Wow, 4.48.40. Here's the replay. Shafir rolls, looks. Timmy Oki in the perfect position just to tip that one over. They had over the top coverage as well. Nice.
He's going to be a bit upset about that one, but keep going, keep going.
Already had 1 pick six today from Afosu. Timmy Oki wanted that one, but Dusseldorf will keep the ball. 2nd and 10. Shafir keeping himself left-hand side. Nice gap, nice hit by Barker. Ball comes out, but I think he was down.
That was Eli again. He was ready for that one. Trying to get a 2nd pick today.
Barker with the hit. Eli picks it up, but looks like Dusseldorf will retain the ball. Everything gets a little bit tighter, doesn't it, when you get into this red zone for an offense? Everything becomes a little bit more difficult.
100%, because they know that predominantly you can run the ball because you're so close, and that's when the defense, they come a little bit closer to try to stop the run, and the pressure comes in a lot more. But then you also don't want to forget about the outside plays, because as well as you're assuming that it's going to be a run, if they then throw it over the top and you're exposed, that's a touchdown.
It's going to bring up 3rd down after that tackle from Barker. Shafir with Rosenberg next to him to his right-hand side. He's going to go to the air. Here comes the pressure. Got him.
Great sack by Lopez. That penetration.
Beautifully designed blitz. Here it is on the replay. Take us through it to Shane.
Amazing. He was patient, pushed that defender out of the way, came straight through for the quarterback. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. That's what Coach now teaches them all the time. Penetration, burst through, take out the quarterback.
So Sanusi, Lopez Sanusi with the big sack. 10-yard loss. And it means Dusseldorf will come out to kick. Peter Newfend, who plays wide receiver as well, comes out to try and put this one through. It's going to be a 38-yard try here from Newfan. The ball is up. But it's no good. Wide to the right. So, NFL Academy defense keep a clean sheet.
And this is what it's all about. When you get into those tough situations, how do you fight back? The NFL Academy knew that they were pushed, towards the red zone, and they really had to make a stop, as they did. The pressure off the edge for that kick was phenomenal. Ended up making the kicker kick it wide. Still a clean sheet.
Just feel like that sack denied Dusseldorf those points, because maybe 10 yards closer and that field goal would go in. Offense back out on the field now. Brewer with a handoff from Fenton, and he'll pick up 3 yards to open his account on this series. You like to establish that run early on?
We love to establish that run early on, Me and Sam, the chemistry that we have, Sam loves handing off the ball, also loves throwing it as well, but just to start off, you've got to get a few yards.
2nd and 6 settles the nerves. Fenton goes to Petrillo, cutting back inside. That's a great move. Now Petrillo in a foot race down the sideline. Petrillo with a big gain. It was Pharrell Rosenberg, who had to come back. Sorry, it was Bendix Banken that had to track back the DB to tackle Petrillo. Here's the replay on that. It looks like the flag will come in for a horse collar at the end. Petrillo cuts inside, then outside, and there's that horse collar.
Great
so
run.
That will give the Academy really good field position now into Dusseldorf's half.
That was a huge gain by Felipe. Huge gain. That's exactly what the NFL Academy needed back on offense.
So 2 penalties. So there was an unsportsmanlike against Kelvin Schmidt, which is declined. But the NFL Academy will take the 15-yarder on the horse collar. And that will march them all the way down to the Dusseldorf 13, where they will take over. So a huge play by Petrillo. What about that for a field flipping play?
Huge play. This is definitely where Sam and the NFL offense is most dangerous, close to that end zone. Let's see what Sam does.
They'll go with the tight end in Brewer to Fenton's left, and then trips to the top of the screen. Fenton will hand to Brewer. Brewer looking for a gap. Nice defense.
The defense are definitely not making it easy for the NFL Academy today. It's been quite a rough game.
Kelvin Schmidt from his linebacker spot, number 55 for the Panthers, drives Brewer back. Loss of a yard. Wow, loss of 3 yards. We're going to bring up 2nd and 13. Cheers going up from Dusseldorf sideline, trying to get their defense fired up. Still a 1-score game. Fenton looks to his left. Now he comes back inside. What a great catch under all sorts of pressure.
Felipe again making a huge play for the NFL Academy.
Really tough to make that catch. Had a defender hanging off him.
Felipe, he's committed to a Division I school. It just shows the quality of athletes that the NFL Academy produces.
Here's the replay. You'll see Filippo Petrillo coming into your picture there, and look at that coverage. Really good coverage from Bendix Banken, but Petrillo holds on. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line for the NFL Academy. This time 3 backs in the backfield to Sean.
Oh, I'm familiar with this play.
To Brewer, and Brewer is in.
Great touchdown. Bringing back great memories from last year. Once we get close to that end zone, full power running that straight into the end zone. Great run by Brewer.
It's a sort of inverted wishbone, isn't it? You got two running backs and then a running back in the pistol. What sort of advantage does that give you down in the goal line?
Just, you know, it's just more manpower up there, you know, because once you get to that close to the goal line, all you really need to do is just run hard, put your head down and try to run it into the end zone. It's quite a difficult play for the defenses to, you know, counteract, but it works.
Point after is blocked by Dusseldorf. They pick it up. And Petrillo will track back the tackle. Great block coming in. It was Hendrik Bowles, the DB, that ended up with the football. So they will deny the Academy the additional point. We'll see the block there. It was just a great play off the edge.
You can 100% tell that they've practiced that loads in training. That wasn't just by fluke.
So the PAT blocked. And Dusseldorf will get the ball back, but 2 scores down now. This is exactly what the NFL Academy wanted, right? A quick start.
Quick start, easy start, but I definitely understand now that the Academy are realising that this isn't going to be as easy of a game as it could have potentially been last year, so they're definitely going to have to step it on the gas a little bit more.
It's competitive, it's exciting. And is that what you're thinking as a player? You're thinking, I've just got to take it to that next level now?
100%, you know. Being, you know, the kings of Europe, the kings of, you know, the NFL Academy, you know, it's definitely never going to be easy. You're going to be faced with harder games, and this game is definitely looking to be an interesting one.
Petrillo, low kick, driving kick, will be fielded at the 5. Taking his time to get behind his blockers as he works out to his left-hand side. Now looking to cut it up. Nice, patient return.
Flag on the
Jadil
play.
Wahab comes in to make the tackle. Flag on the play. Here's the replay. It was Ismail Kalatied Morjon on the return. Did a really nice job, patient return. Playing with that NFL shield kind of hanging over you, does it give that, does it put some additional pressure on you as a player? Do you feel like you have to live up to something?
100%. I feel for the players, you know, they definitely, especially for some of the rookies, you know, coming into, you know, a team that's already been, you know, known as, you know, the best team in Europe, you know, it definitely adds that applied pressure for you to live up to the standard that, you know, the NFL Academy was and is and is going to continue to be, you know. So I definitely understand that the pressure's, you know, kicking in a little bit, but the players just have to remember that, you know, they're in the team for a reason, and they just have to continue to live up to the standards of the previous players that were here before and make their own legacies.
15-yard penalty against the Academy will march Dusseldorf back into NFL territory. 1st and 10 from the NFL 41. Good defense. That's some great tracking there. That is Luke Yao Gale on the tackle. No gain. 2nd and 10.
Great stop by Luke. Definitely looking like Dusseldorf are starting to feel a little bit of the pressure now.
Dusseldorf, 2nd and 10. Sharif sorting out his backfield. Getting the players where he needs them. Trips to the top. He looks to the single side underneath. Good defending that time. That was Beveridge Okpolomo on the defence on the slant. No chance for a completion.
No chance at all. Bev shut that down as soon as he had the opportunity to.
Third and 10.
NFL Academy defense definitely starting to step it up now. No yards have been gained.
think they're going to have to go to the air here, or maybe some sort of, well, what do I know, straight up the middle and close to the first down. Lars Michel, the running back, with a big hole. They're going to be slightly short of the first down, but they are going to go for it. They're just lining up quickly to the line of scrimmage as you watch the replay, and it's going to be Lars Michel with the quick quarterback sneak, just catching the NFL Academy defense off guard, and first down.
Wow, even looked like he just stumbled a little bit in that play, but he still managed to get the first down. And that's all they're really doing. I can just see that they're just slowly, they're not really going for the long plays, they're just trying to get the small little yards and then eventually get those first downs.
1st and 10 again. NFL Academy player down. He's going to get to his feet. So it's going to be Emmanuel Sefaboyki who makes his way to the sideline. Hope he's okay. Looks like he just took a bit of a knock. Going to take a breather. NFL Academy now. 4-man defensive line. Dusseldorf. Twins to the top, single to the bottom. Tight end in, I formation. They hand off up the middle again. And Proctor, first man there to make the hit. And then the rest of the Academy linebackers rally, just a yard gain on that one.
Dusseldorf really using that running game. Two running backs in the backfield, making it interesting and switching it up a little bit.
So, 2 minutes to go in a half. NFL Academy up by 2 scores, 13-0. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. Anything can happen in 2 minutes. Dusseldorf going to want to get on the board, you think, Shane?
Anything can happen in 2 minutes, especially in this game. This game is so up and down, you know, anything can happen. One mistake could change the game. So let's just really hope and see if the NFL Academy can hold out for this last 2 minutes before the half.
2nd and 9. Academy threatening blitz from those linebackers. Now they back off. Michel hands this one. No, he doesn't. Keeps it himself. Into space. Clever little play. Roll out. And gets the ball to Lars Michel. So it was Shafir on the rollout. Gets the ball to Lars Michel. Sticks will move again. Here's the replay on that one. Did have pressure in his face, didn't he? But nice play there.
Great play by the QB. JJ was nearly there, about to get the sack, but Shafir was able to get it off just in time.
Some really high quality play here. I don't know what you think, but it looks like both teams, you know, you can tell the hours of practice that they get in both these organizations. Really high quality football we're seeing here as Shafir tries to get that one to his receiver, but no joy on that. Really taking advantage of the rollouts into these flats, Deshaun.
Really, they really are. The game's getting quite interesting now. You know, so close to the end zone, 2nd down, anything can really happen.
Just check the box. Should be 2nd down now, which it is. So 2nd and 10 after that incompletion. Dusseldorf trying to get their first points on the board against this tough, stout, well-disciplined NFL Academy defense that already have 2 turnovers. 2nd and 10. Shafir under pressure again. Has to roll out to his left. Oh, Arthur nearly had it. Then the receiver nearly had it. And the ball falls to the turf. Shafir had to roll out, was trying to get the ball to Newfound, and Arthur was right there. And another opportunity for a pick.
Another opportunity. Goodness. The game is really getting interesting. Such a close game, such a close game. As you can see the replay here, so close, nearly bobbles out of his hand. No one makes the catch.
Great play by both teams, but it'll end up No gain. Dusseldorf take a timeout. So let's say you're out there watching this and you want to get involved with the NFL Academy. You want to come try out. Tell us about the experience of actually trying out.
The actual experience of trying out with the NFL Academy is amazing. You know, if you really love American football and, you know, just want to play at a high level, such as the NFL Academy, the first thing is, you know, start training from now. So depending on what position you are, start, you know, doing the basics, going to the park, getting your fundamentals right, your footwork, your catching. Depending on what position you are, just really get stuck in and start to develop those skills that, you know, we all know and love. And then, you know, get your film out there. Start, you know, go to a local club, get some film out there, send it through to the NFL Academy, work on your combine stuff, your 40, your broad, all those intangibles that, you know, the coaches need and love to see. That's where it all starts off.
We'll come back to that. We'll talk more about that experience with Tashawn here. 3rd and 10, I formation. Dusseldorf, critical down for them. Double play action. They'll go to the sideline, and that is caught. Now, will it be enough for the first down? Again, it's Peter Newfund on that.
Great rollout by Shafir. That was very, very interesting. They all landed really, really well in that play. Gave him enough time to roll out and then get the ball off.
1st and goal, Dusseldorf. They take another timeout. Gives us a chance to go back and talk more about once you go through that process and you come down here to actually go through the trial, what sort of things would you expect?
When you're coming down to the trial, you know, the main things are just to ensure that you've prepared in advance. You know, you can't just come down here expecting to, you know, if you haven't prepared to things to go well, you have to prepare in advance and just do the best that you can do. You know, really, really try to impress the coaches and, you know, just show what you can do. You don't necessarily need to be the best athlete, but you just have to be willing and determined to be the best and do the best that you can do.
1st and goal. Motion. They'll hand off up the middle. Great defense. More academy players arrive. Emmanuel Sefaboyki, the first man there to
Great
drive
stop.
Dusseldorf back. You think defense will want to keep a clean sheet here? That's one of the things going in, isn't it? They'll want to shut them out, right?
100%. You know, the NFL Academy definitely want to ensure that no touchdown goes by them. You know, they're going to ensure that, especially now that they're so close in the red zone, they're trying to stop any pressure, any touchdown being scored right now.
They'll take another timeout. When you first heard you were part of the NFL Academy, how did that feel?
Amazing, you know, especially 2019 when the program just started off. I didn't really know what it was going to be like, and to kind of start something new, never played American football before, I was just excited to, you know, come along a journey of playing a sport that I was so new to, that none of my friends really understood or knew much about, but just coming along that journey and, you know, experiencing what American football was, you know, being in the UK was just amazing for me. And now seeing where the game has grown to, you know, NFL Academy playing Dusseldorf, it's incredible.
2nd and goal. Dusseldorf Panthers trying to get their first points on the board. 13 NFL Academy, 0 to Panthers in the dying seconds of this first half here at Loughborough. Motion. Goes underneath on a slant. Good coverage again. Was trying to get to his wide receiver, Lucas Schmidt, but the coverage was good from Timmy Oki again. Here's the replay. Yeah, Timmy with some nice defending there. Just manages to tip that ball away. No joy for Dusseldorf on that one, but they will come back. Incomplete pass. Clock stops. Trying to get in again. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Hands it off. Barker's got hold of him and drags him down.
Great read by Arthur.
4th down. They're hurrying to the line. Checking the wrist coaches. Looking to get in. The shifty quarterback, Shafir, now goes on the slant, tipped again. Ooh. Nearly caught, tipped, and incomplete. Wow.
What a first half this has been. A spiral of events.
Ella Jeffrey Afosu on the defending here. This was the Ibaka tackle you can see on your screen now. Then they went to fourth down. Tried to get it in. And it was the touchdown scorer, Afosu, who defended it. Here's that replay. They went quickly to the line. A nice closing speed. Ball goes up into the air. Oh, just out the back of the end zone.
Wow.
So close. So what an exciting end to that half. The half is now finished. And we hope you've enjoyed that first half. We're going to take a quick break here. And then we'll be back. I'll be speaking to Sean more about the NFL Academy experience. So join us again for the second half here at Loughborough. And we'll speak to you in a very short while.
See you all soon.
Welcome back to the University of Loughborough. It's half time here in our game. The NFL Academy 13 and the Dusseldorf Panthers yet to score, but they've been close. Shane is with me. And it's been a great first half, hasn't it? Is this how you thought it was going to go?
Not at all. You know, in comparison to last year, like, it's a lot different, a lot more upbeat. You know, the Dusseldorf Panther team have definitely gone and done some revision and, you know, put in a lot of work to come back and really give the NFL Academy a battle. So this game's been very, very interesting. Looking forward to how this second half turns out.
Head coach for Dusseldorf, Peter Deletsky, said, "We hope to either win or learn from this game. It's their last pre-season game before they get into their season in German Football League. And they'll be playing the Cologne Falcons on April 29th. So they look ready for their season. But turning our attention to the NFL Academy and specifically the NFL Academy players, Shane, you've had all this experience coming through the Academy. What's a day in the life like for an NFL Academy student athlete?
Day in the life for NFL Academy is hard, man. It's not easy. It's definitely hard. It's definitely something that you have to get yourself adjusted, especially as a rookie, you know, but you have gym in the early morning, you know, you have class, you have film, you have training, all these things that you have to prepare for in advance to ensure that you're, you know, on job, you're ready to perform at the best level. And this is obviously what ensures that the academy is the best level that it can be at, because all the sacrifices that are needed to make, especially now being up in Loughborough, like, it isn't easy, away from family, away from home, but, you know, it's what you want and it drives success. So definitely not an easy life, but it's all worth it in the end.
So the NFL Academy currently supports 59 student athletes, 9 different countries represented. Finland, France, there are athletes here from Germany, Ireland, Italy, the Netherlands, Sweden and the UK. And then also Nigerian athletes coming in. Osi Umanyura was running trials out in Africa on behalf of the NFL, and those athletes now coming over. What does it feel like to be in like that kind of international community?
It just really shows how the program's growing, you know, like a few athletes from Nigeria have already collected offers. You know, we have Emmanuel, you know, that's collected offers from Georgia, from, you know, Texas Tech, Tennessee. Like, he's really, you know, showing, you know, that athletes over in Nigeria and all over the world can have the ability to play football and really, you know, show what they are capable of. So the NFL Academy is really giving people the opportunity to shine and, you know, highlight their stories on the biggest stage.
You were telling me before about a lot of students coming here and then want to go and play in America, and specifically University of Colorado. You know, head coach Deion Sanders out there, and there's some big attraction to go and work with him from certain athletes. But just running down the list, Peter Clark, tight end, he's gone to Temple University. Tyler Harvey Fallows, he's the offensive line, has gone to Troy University, and they won the Sun Belt Conference Championship last year. Dimitri Madden, he's gone playing defensive line for the University of Texas in El Paso. Darren Agu, defensive line at Vanderbilt. And then we've got Olatunde Camparo, who's a defensive back with Bryant. Freddie Pelling, who's actually at the University of Hawaii playing offensive line. And Sador Terror, tight end, University of Colorado. And he was the third highest tight end for receiving yards for all of college football last year. And that was the player you were telling me about that wanted to transfer to Colorado to play for Deion Sanders, and a lot of other players have gone there. So Kofi Taylor Barrett's a linebacker. He's at University of Colorado as well. So there are some real big success stories for this group of players. And in terms of the contact that you have with American universities, how does that all work?
So, you know, big shout out to Peter Clark, you know, at Temple University. You know, Peter's taught a lot of the guys, you know, how to recruit and how to, you know, really get themselves out there. But the best way that, you know, we as NFL Academy players and members, you know, get out to coaches is through Twitter. You know, messaging coaches on Twitter, DMing them, sending our film, creating highlights, you know, from when we get game film, or, you know, just any footage of us in games, in the gym, just collating the highlight reel, putting it together, then sending it out to coaches, our intangibles, you know, just to push ourselves and get ourselves out there so that coaches can see that, you know, this is what we're capable of. Just because we're from Europe doesn't mean that we can't play. And just, you know, from there, coaches, you know, potentially give us the opportunity to play out there, such as all those names on the list, going to camps, you know, going around America, touring, just really showing that, you know, we have the ability to play and we can play.
Awesome. Such a great experience for these young men, and I know that you do a lot of life skills work. It's not just about the football. And recently we have a new head of the NFL Academy that's just been appointed, Lamont Wilson, just been appointed as the head of NFL Academy in the UK. And he's going to be a great addition, you know, leading that, because he's responsible. He's almost like, they call him the godfather of like life skills in the NFL. So he was working for Kansas City Chiefs, which I know is your team, the team you support, and then he went on to be the director of player development with the Oakland Raiders. So a great addition there. We're looking forward to hopefully spending some time with him on these broadcasts and hear from him about his vision for the NFL Academy as we get ready for this second half to kick off. It'll be the Academy receiving first to try and build on their lead. Dusseldorf in white, NFL Academy in black. If you just joined us, welcome. 13-0 here at the University of Loughborough as the ball goes up, and they're just going to let this one go out the back of the end zone. So this will come out to the 20-yard line where the NFL Academy take over. What are you expecting in this second half?
I'm expecting, you know, knowing from TA when it comes to half times, he always riles up the guys and gets them ready for the second half. You know, the Academy have done well, but I know that there's so much more in store that they have and that they can do to put on display in the second half. So I know that the Academy are going to come out, especially, you know, starting on offense, they're going to come out, you know, with a lot of energy and a lot of juice. So really excited to see what the NFL Academy has for the second half.
1st and 10. The NFL Academy starting at their own 20. Fenton still in at QB. Heavy set line. They'll hand this to Brewer up the middle. Cutting back, still going and trucking players. He'll go for 11 yards and a first down. Some good interior blocking on that one.
That's exactly what I was talking about. I know that, you know, TA, as soon as halftime comes, regardless of whether we're winning, ensuring that it's better, 1% better every day. Great run straight up the A-gap.
TA's his affectionately known Tony Allen, head coach here at NFL Academy. Fenton with the pitch to Brewer, cuts back, maybe picks up a couple. Good defending that time from the Dusseldorf Panthers, number 90, who is Joel Quissar. Call his name a couple of times. But it will bring up first down for the NFL Academy now at their own 34-yard line, driving on this first series, looking to add to their score. 2 scores in the first half, one from an interception from a Fosu and one from a Brewer touchdown run. End around, Volumino now dances out of one tackle, cuts back, looking to find the edge. Nice defending that time from the Panthers defense. Sun's beautiful now out on the roof.
Great weather for football. I remember last year in Germany, the weather wasn't so sweet. It was a bit up and down, you know, but in the end, we still managed to come out with the win with beautiful weather in the end. Sun was shining, but in Loughborough today, the sun is out, so it should be a nice little game for the guys.
3rd and 9. Stack, set, 3 receivers to the bottom, 1 tight end to the top. Fenton takes the snap. Play action. Ball is out! Flag is down! Ball is still on the turf, picked up by Dusseldorf. Now that flag came in right on the hit. So we will have to see whether that will be called on Dusseldorf for an illegal hit on the quarterback. But what great pressure from that Dusseldorf line.
Sam didn't even see him. Came from the blind spot. As soon as Sam was about to let that ball go, he came.
Here's the replay. Coming off the edge, hits just as the ball was thrown, the flag comes in. And then it was picked up by Dusseldorf. But the offense for NFL Academy still out on the field, which would suggest that they're going to retain the ball. Referee's now explaining what's happened to the Dusseldorf head coach. Looked like his hand was in motion, so they might actually call this incomplete. But we'll see what the penalty was for. So it's an incomplete pass. So, after all that, the play was clean. And it was an incomplete pass, so Fenton's hand was going forwards on the hit. The penalty flag was for a hold against the NFL Academy, which was declined. And the reason it was declined, to Sean, is it brings up 4th down, of course.
4th down.
So after all that, Petrillo will come out to punt for the NFL Academy. Dusseldorf with a nice play on 3rd down to stop the drive. Ball is up. Beautiful kick. Bounces. Takes an NFL Academy bounce. Here comes the coverage. And they'll down it at the 9. So a beautiful kick from Petrillo. There is a flag down right by the kicker. So we'll get a call on what that is. But that kick, 52 yards. So Dusseldorf get a flag for roughing the kicker.
NFL Academy offense back in. We know that the NFL Academy offense is very, very dangerous, especially from these situations. So let's see what the NFL Academy offense has.
Well, the NFL Academy, after that punt, will have the ball in Dusseldorf territory. They'll start at the Dusseldorf 41-yard line going in. Fenton with the pitch. Brewer tries to cut back inside, meets the linebacker. More Dusseldorf players arrive. Then the Academy pile in. And eventually, it's a net gain of nothing. Good defense.
Great defense. The Dusseldorf team were definitely coming out with a lot more energy. Don't know what was said.
Yeah, you said, didn't you? It was, you know, that they looked bigger. They looked like a bigger team this time round, and they're really matching up well against these NFL Academy athletes.
Definitely. Over the summertime, they've definitely been bulking up, putting on some weight. So no, the competition is looking a lot more closer than what it was last year.
2nd and 10. Because of that roughing the kicker penalty, the NFL Academy still with the football. 2nd and down. Fenton goes to Volumino. It's not Volumino, sorry. It's Sebastian Harris over the middle, and he'll pick up a 1st down. Gain of 12. Sebastian Harris on the reception. Here's the replay. Fenton drops back, and really nice from Harris, because he just finds that blank point in the zone. Looked like a busted coverage for the Panthers, and Harris exploits it. 1st and 10. Now he'll find Petrillo. Tries to dance out of the first tackle and does. Petrillo in the flat picks up 6.
Great catch by Felipe. He's really, really doing damage to this Dusseldorf defense.
Fenton looking nice and calm. Commanding the traffic. Just getting the ball out to his open receivers. Not trying to do anything too much. 2nd and 4. This is still the opening possession of this second half. Got extended after a roughing the kicker penalty. Fenton will hand to Brewer. Brewer barrels his way for a gain of about 7. Another 1st down as the whistles come in. I think the NFL Academy really getting this offense going now. So an injury on the field. Not sure whether that last play was Joey Williams or Paul Brewer. We'll keep an eye on that. I think you're maybe Joey Williams being rotated in for some reps for Brewer now. What do the NFL Academy have to do to keep the pressure on?
For the NFL Academy right now, they just have to keep running the ball, especially being close. Once they get close, you know, focus on those key players. Felipe, you got Seb, you got Andrea, all those key clinical receivers that they have, just utilise them and just continue to attack the spaces that are weak.
It was linebacker Joel Quisser, who is back on his feet, jogs back to the huddle, so he's okay. Had a bit of cramp by the looks of things. They were stretching him out, trainers on the field.
Joey Williams in the backfield. Looking forward to see what Joey does this game. Last game, I believe Joey had a hurdle. He hurdled over somebody, so let's see if he can do anything else in this game.
Exciting. We like to watch those hurdles. 1st and 10. Benton with Joey Williams in the backfield. Petrillo and Harris to the bottom. Volumino comes in motion. Trips now to the bottom for Fenton. He looks to the single side and he'll go the single side. Completion and immediate tackle. Nice play from the NFL Academy. Picks up a gain of 6 on 1st down. Just use that motion to distract the eye and then out to that single side receiver.
That's literally all it is. Oh, flag's been thrown on the play.
Well, there's been a few times today we've had a little bit of afters, haven't we?
It just shows the rivalry between Dusseldorf and the NFL Academy. This game we expected for it to be, quite rough and quite tough, especially with the history. So definitely knew that it was going to be quite an intense game today.
It's turning into a bit of a rivalry, isn't it, between these two organisations? Because it was the first game you ever played in terms of international competition. You go out to Germany, you're trying to establish a name for yourself, you get the big win, and Dusseldorf must be saying to themselves, well, hey, we were the kings of Europe. Let's win the title back. And so they've come back, they've been working hard, they're giving you a better game now.
Exactly, and that's exactly what we need, especially for just life in general. Competition is what ensures that you get better results. Without any competition, no one's going to get better. So I think this is exactly what the NFL Academy need, is that rivalry to ensure that every year we can continue to get better, continue to compete and see who comes out on top.
You remember back in October I covered the game between IMG Academy, Varsity White, IMG Academy and NFL Academy, and that was a great game with IMG coming out on top 26-14 and that. But that's the only loss that the NFL Academy have had. Obviously American opposition. But the other games, the NFL Academy beat Scotland under-19s 50-0. They then went on to beat the Bavaria Warriors in Munich 69-0. They had a scrimmage with the University of Nottingham 69-0 there. And they beat Flash Le Courneuve, the French team, 51-0, and then most recently, back in March, Schwabisch Hall came over to Loughborough, and the NFL Academy took care of business there, 34-8. And here we are with the Dusseldorf Panthers, as that penalty goes against the NFL Academy. 2nd and 20 now for Fenton as he gets driven back. He'll look into the flat.
Ooh.
Joey Williams can't hold on to that one, just dives on it, just to make sure it wasn't a lateral rather than a forward pass, but it is incomplete.
Joe Williams isn't going to be the happiest with that, he knows.
Is that just one of those things as a running back, get too excited or looking to turn upfield too quickly, or how does he correct that?
Definitely as a running back, just ensuring that you stay flat on the line when you're doing the swing, get your head around, and just as soon as you secure the catch first, then make your way upfield.
3rd and 20, Fenton going deep to Sebastian Harris over the top. Touchdown, NFL Academy. Sebastian Harris, 32 yards, a bomb to the left-hand corner, and just like that, 3rd NFL Academy touchdown.
Great touchdown by Harris. Just easy, as I said before, Sam just targeting his main guys, and I knew that Seb was going to be a key star, young wide receiver, but already putting up numbers and showing what he can do.
Coverage was good, you can see on the screen there. The defensive back was Philippe Dolezal, but just couldn't do anything. Sebastian Harris, great hands over the shoulder, having to really focus in on that football. Touchdown, Academy. They're now going to go for the extra point. And Petrillo kicks it through. So this time, It's 20 to the Academy, 0 to the Dusseldorf Panthers. And it seems to be that quality is just telling now in terms of the NFL Academy. Dusseldorf Panthers have tried to hang with them, but the score, 3 scores up now.
3 scores up. The Academy just needs to keep their head in the game. Just because they're winning doesn't mean that the game's over. You know, they just have to keep going, finish off strong.
Wonder whether Dusseldorf have that sort of passing attack, don't you? They've been good running the ball. They're doing lots of stuff, misdirection work in the backfield with their quarterback keeping it, handing it off. But you just feel like we've not really seen a passing attack from the Panthers as yet. If they want to get back into this one, you think that's what they're going to need to do, or would you just stick to your game plan?
Definitely say to mix it up a little bit, you know, because the NFL Academy, you know, the coaches, they know and they can read the game. We've had a whole half of football already, so the coaches know that, you know, predominantly they run. So the defensive coaches are already ensuring that the defensive guys are playing a little bit more pressure to watch out for the run. So I would definitely say that they need to switch it up.
So the head coach and offensive coordinator, Peter Deletsky, will need to come up with something here as Dusseldorf field the kick at the 5. Another good patient return. What a hit coming in there on special teams. That's Fletcher Cornwall with the big stick on the kick return.
Great hit. I heard that from up here. Phenomenal.
That's the sort of hit as a linebacker you live for, right? Let's watch that on the replay. There's a good patient kick return. Look to your right-hand side of the screen out of nowhere. Fletcher Cornwall takes his man to the ground with interest. First and 10, Dusseldorf got the ball out to the 25 where Cornwall made that tackle. I formation. Hand this to Rosenberg off the left-hand side. He maybe picks up 2. For Al Rosenberg on the tackle. On the run. Just picks up 1 on that.
Carter does a great job of sealing that off as soon as he starts to make the run.
Signal comes in from the NFL Academy defensive coordinator. Dusseldorf trying to get a score on the board. 2nd and 9. Rosenberg again, left-hand side. This time he's got a nice hole. Cuts it back inside. Now spins. Some good running. Picks up a gain of 20 yards on that. Rosenberg off the left-hand side. Dusseldorf travelled with a 78 people as they hand this one off the middle again, and another crunching tackle going in. These two teams really showing some strength and power in these tackles.
Really
that
battling.
was a run from Lars Michel. Sorry to say.
Really battling today. Today's looking very competitive. Oh,
2nd and 10. Ball is out! NFL Academy trying to get hold of it, and they do. Initially tried to scoop it up, now just dived on it. So the NFL Academy, again, with that big turnover, 3rd turnover of the day. They've had 2 fumbles. They've had an interception, return for a touchdown. Defense coming out with the big play.
defense are really turning it up now. 2nd quarter, they're warm, they're ready, they know how Dusseldorf operate, and they're really shutting things down now.
See on the replay, they were trying to pick it up, but then best when you're in traffic just to dive on the football and secure it, which they do. Fumble will mean that the Academy take over at their 37-yard line. Fenton back on the field. Brewer back on the field, and Brewer gets the handoff and stood up at the defensive line. Been really impressed how Dusseldorf been able to match some of these runs. You know, they've NFL Academy athletes and these Dusseldorf Panther athletes. Some really great specimens on the field. It's good to watch those hits going in. 2nd and 8. Know how hard you guys work to maintain that physical fitness and strength and power. So much work goes into that. Fenton rolling to his right now under some pressure. Will get it to the sideline. Volumino with the reception. Picks up a gain of 5. Or is he out of bounds? Think he was out of bounds, so that play is going to be not counted. It will remain 3rd and 8.
3rd down. Let's see what the NFL Academy offense has.
Stacks to the top, stacks to the bottom. Fenton takes a look at that cover 2 shell that Dusseldorf have, and he'll go to the outside, incomplete. In the end, it was decent coverage on that one, Shane.
Decent coverage, you know. Number 8, he flew straight through.
Here's the replay. Pressure comes, and Fenton has to go to his right-hand side, and it was decent coverage by Dusseldorf. They're going to force the punt. So they fumble, but their defense holds. And that's what you want, isn't it? You want your other part of your team to really come up and play big for you when you do make those mistakes.
Definitely. Certain games, you know, offense wins games, defense wins games also. But when both teams work together, you know, depending on what team is doing better, you guys just work together and win the game.
Fourth and 8. Timeout. If you want to watch more football today, you can, as the Great Britain women's team will kick off very shortly against Sweden, and you'll be able to watch that on the stream. But we're focusing here on the NFL Academy, those beautiful teal and black helmets glinting in the sun here at Loughborough. They've got a number of games coming up which we'll run through, so you're aware of those upcoming events for the NFL Academy. 4th and 8. Petrillo into punt. High spiraling kick which will bounce at the 10. And this one will go into the end zone. It's a touchback. So not quite sure whether on that one it looked like Richmond Antwi just lost sight of where the yard marker was, because he possibly could have made a play on that. Beautiful punt again for Petrillo.
Beautiful punt, you know. Probably didn't end up seeing where the lines were.
So back out come the Panthers. Still in the 3rd, but running out of time really, aren't they, Tishon, if they're going to really make something happen here?
Definitely, you know. The one thing about this game is that time goes fast, so the time that you do have, you have to utilize it. And the NFL Academy defense are definitely not looking like they're going to give up on any plays.
Ibaks. Shafir still in at quarterback, drops back, looks to his left, completes that. Oh, well, the ball's come out and it's incomplete, so looked like he had it for a second but couldn't hold on, trying to get the ball to Lucas Schmidt.
We're just talking about, you know, Shafir switching it up and actually throwing some balls, Cal, so it's looking like he's actually realised that, you know, he needs to switch it up now.
Well-designed play, roll out, trying to get that ball to the sideline. Checking those wrist coaches now, Dusseldorf, running out of time if they're going to have a chance to compete for a win, but at least they want to get a score on the board. Shotgun for Shafir. Fakes the end around. Now we'll go back to it, but incomplete. Trying to get the ball to Gregor Braig, the wide receiver. Couple of incomplete passes, and just like that, brings up 3rd and 10.
Great defense by the NFL Academy. Still holding strong, not letting anything through.
Dusseldorf Panthers won the German national championship last year against Berlin Adler in September. They beat them with a score of 23-6. But the NFL Academy today have been too good for them, certainly through these 3 quarters. Three targets out now for Shafir. 1 running back in. And looks like they're going to get, well, they blow the whistle, so we'll have to see whether that's a false start on the offense or whether it was offside with contact defense, and so it will go against the academy. Shafir just trying to get them off with the hard count on that one.
He's trying to switch it up, as he should, you know. With not a lot of time left on the clock, you know, you got to do what you can to switch things up to ensure that you can at least get a score on the board.
So they are going to call it on the offense. Somebody twitched on that offensive line and drew the academy off. Dusseldorf Panthers, 3rd and 15. Backed up at their 25 now. Shafir. Here come the blitz. Lofts it over the middle. Caught! Great play by the Panthers. Oliver Phoenix Joston with the reception over the head of Ella Jeffrey Afosu, who's had the pick 6 already. Just lofts it over the top. And a clever little play to get behind the defensive back. First down. So on 3rd and 15 with the big conversion, Dusseldorf Panthers keep the drive alive. Think the defender's going to be disappointed with that one, Afosu?
Definitely going to be a bit disappointed with that one. You know, they were holding out strong. You know, they just needed one more stop, and then that would have been a turnover. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. Situation like this, you know, this is just how you fight back and how you bounce back.
You play for the academy. How many opportunities do you really get to play games? It's not like you play a full season. Dusseldorf Panthers are going to play a full, 8-game season. So will junior teams. With the NFL Academy, you've got to kind of arrange your games. They're under a longer period of time. Do you think that actual game time impacts how great you can be on the field?
Definitely. I mean, when I was playing last year, you know, last year was our first opportunity to properly play games. You know, I only had 3 games, so this year is definitely the first time where, as the academy, we've been able to have a full roster and be able to play games on a more consecutive basis. But game time is crucial. You know, we don't have that many games as it is, so whenever you do get the opportunity to play, you just have to utilize it and just get as much film as you can, because film equals opportunities equals scholarship. So definitely, whenever you're on the field, you know, you have the opportunity to shine. 100% take it and utilize that.
1st and 10 after that great play to Oliver Phoenix Joston for Dusseldorf. It will be 1st and 10 just outside NFL territory. Dusseldorf. Shafir hands this one off. Right hand side, good contact there. The tackle coming in from Jadil Wahib. 5-yard pickup on 1st down. Dusseldorf moving quickly now. They don't want to waste any time. They need something, and they need it now if they're going to have any chance to win this game. NFL Academy will have something to say about that. This time flanked by 2 running backs. Shafir hands this one off to Lars Michel, who drives forward, barrels his way for 1st down. Keeping the sticks moving.
Great impact by Arthur just to stop that play. Dufador continue to move the chains. It's getting interesting. Back now to 1st down.
1st and 10, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Eye backs again. Handoff. Rosenberg, left-hand side. Defenders coming. Now they drag him down for a loss of 5. Really good defending on the edge there that time to Sean.
Great tackling right there. Defense are really starting to step it up now. as Dusseldorf continue to creep down close to the end zone, they know that defense needs to step up a lot more.
Rosenberg had nowhere to go on that. Multiple defenders arriving quickly. 2nd and 5. Sorry, 2nd and 15 now after that 5-yard loss. Double play action, now under pressure. Ball is out again. Barker with the recovery. Another turnover from IMG. Carter Proctor with the hit. Barker with the fumble recovery. And the ball goes back to the academy. Here's the replay to Sean.
And this is what the NFL Academy does. You know, once they get that chance to get open and they see the ball carrier, you know, they take the opportunity. Turnover, just like that.
Defense really was swarming on the previous play on the rundown, getting him for a loss, forcing that situation into the passing down, and then Proctor with the big pressure off the edge. Barker the man on the spot to make the play.
NFL Academy offense back on. Let's see now again what they have in store for this drive.
Dusseldorf trying to get behind their defense. Fenton, right hand side, caught, immediate tackle, but good hands to hold on through the contact. Petrillo with the reception, 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6.
You can really see now that Sam's just starting to aim for his easy targets, just to move down, you know, get a few yards, and then as you get a little bit closer, then you can get a little bit more fancy and try different things, but get the small yards first, then work your way down the field.
Fenton play action. Petrillo left hand side. He'll pick up close to 1st down yardage. Tackle made by Bendix Banken for Dusseldorf. 3rd and 1. So using Petrillo, he's a big receiver, isn't he, Filippo Petrillo? He's a good target, just turns his numbers towards the quarterback, and Fenton puts it right on him.
Felipe is a great receiver, you know, coming from, you know, Italy, you know, he's a great receiver. Managed to pick up a D2 offer, secured, now he's committed.
Brewer with the 1st down up the middle. Philly Petrillo, it's his final season at the NFL Academy. He's committed to go to the Div 2 Limestone University. It'll be exciting for him to experience that. Back-to-back plays from Petrillo, and then the run up the middle for Brewer gives the academy 1st down. And that is the end of Q3.
Wow, one more quarter to go. One more quarter to go.
Only one score in that quarter. Sebastian Harris with that 35-yard touchdown on 3rd and 15 from Fenton. We've had a lot of highlights, haven't we? We had the 2 turnovers on the defense. Academy will feel like good, solid work in Q3.
Definitely, you know, that was their statement, you know, from the first half for them to come back and really dominate and show what they can do. And I feel that, as I said, TA really gets them hyped after halftime. I remember being there, you know, halftime, you know, us losing, and then after a great pep talk, we've come back fuming and ready to go.
1st down to start Q4. NFL Academy with the score and with the ball. Fenton drops back, play action, looking deep again. Harris again. Harris with the big touchdown, and they get him on the same play. Fenton does great to identify the one-to-one coverage. You just know Sebastian Harris has got the better of that DB. 2nd touchdown for Harris, opening play of the 4th.
Amazing pass, amazing catch by Harris. This is really, really displaying what the NFL Academy can do. You know, get open, beat a DB, score a touchdown. Great play by Sam and Harris.
I mean, how happy is Sebastian Harris going to feel? He's had 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns. Can't do better than that.
And those are the type of opportunities that we're talking about to get highlights. that there's 2 highlights, 2 great plays, and coaches can now recognise and see, this is the talent that we have within the UK.
Extra point is good. 27 to the NFL Academy. 0 to the Dusseldorf Panthers.
What a great way to start off the third quarter.
Now, Dusseldorf have played well and it's been competitive, but the scoreboard really shows the dominance when it's mattered in those critical plays, in the turnovers, in third and long situations. Fenton's managed to find big plays when he needs to. The defense coming up big with those fumble recoveries. Really, that quality shows, doesn't it?
It really does show, The NFL Academy have done so well, coming out first, second half, ready, excited and ready to go. And, third quarter just beginning, already scoring a touchdown. It shows.
Lamont Wilson appointed as the head of NFL Academy in the UK. He'll be looking on his first game here. I understand he came into the UK yesterday morning, and he'll be pleased to see his new team performing with this sort of quality and energy and passion for the game. As the kick goes up again to Dusseldorf, they'll field it at the goal line. Looking to the left-hand side. Nice block. Kicker to beat, and Petrillo gets him down. So they had to rely on the athletic ability of Petrillo to make the tackle. It was Catalid Morjon, Ishmael Catalid Morjon on the return. You'll see here a couple of really nice blocks go in. Released him to the left-hand side, and then Petrillo has to fight off a block himself and make the tackle. So Petrillo doing a good job on special teams coverage to stop a touchdown.
And sometimes that's where it all starts, For some players that may not necessarily be in the starting team, special teams is a great opportunity and a great way for you to get yourself in the game.
Handoff, nowhere to go. Thompson and Makoro on the tackle. When you got Thompson hanging off you, you're not going to be going for very long.
Oh, not at all. He's a very, very big boy. I wouldn't want to meet him in the hole.
2nd and 9. Dusseldorf have played well. They've played very well in parts. It just doesn't show on the scoreboard. Had turnovers at critical moments. But they're still going. Heads are still high, trying to make yards. But that Carter Proctor again. Just a great form tackle. Shoulder through the thighs and dumps his man to the ground.
As they always say, lowest man wins. That was a great tackle by Carter. The defense continuing to show dominance.
Defensive back down now for the NFL Academy, just getting a bit of treatment. Number of other big events coming up for the NFL Academy. 29th of May to the 4th of June, they are going on a US tour to Atlanta, Georgia and surrounding areas. 15 to 20 students from the NFL Academy will attend those camps and visit those schools. What sort of experience is that going to be like for these athletes?
It's going to be amazing, you get to play games, and at the end of the year, you get the opportunity to go to America to compete with, some of the best talents in America, and really get to showcase face to face to the coaches what you're capable of and what you can do. And in the end, obviously, everyone's goal is to get a Division 1 scholarship or just a scholarship in general to play football at the next level. So it's a great opportunity. Of course, it can be a little bit daunting and a bit scary, but with things going well, it's a great opportunity for you to get yourself out there and get a scholarship to play in America.
Beveridge Okpolomo was the man that the NFL Academy have taken to the sideline to have a look at. Seems okay though, but they're checking him out. 3rd and 10 Dusseldorf, just outside NFL Academy territory. Oh! Carter Proctor again with the play, bats the ball up into the air and it falls to the turf, using those big arms to just get right in the throwing lane.
Carter's really having a game, he's done that multiple times in practice, so it's not a surprise that he's displaying that same ability that he did in practice in this game here today.
4th down again for Dusseldorf. The big play on 3rd down from Proctor. It's going to force the punt. I want to come back to you, talk about some of the positions. We had a really interesting conversation about opportunities for different positions for guys that want to get into NCAA Div 1, Div 2 schools. Hard count, looks like it's going to pull the NFL Academy offside, but we'll see whether there was a flinch on that offensive line. Not going to do much harm here either way, as it's 4th and 10.
Let's see if Dusseldorf can take over and get that first down.
We talked a little bit pre-game, didn't we, about the competition at different positions, and you were saying running back, quarterback, wide receiver, so competitive if you're in those positions.
Really, really competitive, you know, like especially being, you know, in America, being able to compete at that level, you know, you see that there's loads of running backs, there's loads of wide receivers, as this, you know, the more favourable positions. Everyone wants to be a running back, everyone wants to be a receiver and a quarterback, so it definitely, you know, is a lot harder to be recruited in those positions. Not impossible, but that just then knowing that ensures that, you know, you need to separate yourself when you're posting film, when you're posting your highlights. You know, what separates you from all the other guys and, you know, the great receivers and the great running backs that they have out there in America and all over the world.
Penalty went against the Academy, 4th and 5. They will kick into space. The Academy were looking for the fake, and that's going to take a really great bounce for Dusseldorf. What an excellent kick that is. NFL Academy will be pinned back at their 1 yard line. It was Lucas Schmidt with the kick for Dusseldorf. Did a fantastic job. Fenton's going to start this one under the shadow of his own posts.
Let's see what Fenton has in store. You know, as we said already, first play of the first quarter or the third quarter, Fenton already threw a TD. Let's see what Fenton can do now when he's pressed up against, you know, the back of the end zone.
Maybe the 2 yard line for Fenton, with his running back lined up in the backfield in his own end zone. We'll come back to that name in a second. Handoff up the middle. Joey Williams was the running back name I was looking for. He picks up 2 yards on that. How do you play differently when you're backed up in these sorts of situations? You know, what are you thinking as a running back backed up in your own end zone?
When you're backed up in your own end zone and you know that, you know, they're coming at you, they're trying to get that safety, you know, the main thing is just to get as many yards as you can and just really, really run hard, run aggressive and try to get out of that sticky situation that you're in.
2nd and 7, Fenton will go to the air. Ooh, nice hit. Ball was trying to get the ball to Dan Goodburn, but Dan gets popped by Taeyong, the linebacker for Dusseldorf. Benaway Agui Taeyong with a nice hit to deny Goodburn any yards. 3rd and 7. NFL Academy team continues to be bathed in sunlight here. Motion, 3rd down. Fenton will look to that motion man. He's trying to get Joey Williams
Nearly.
on that kind of wheel pattern, wasn't it? Joey Williams out of the backfield, but good defending in the end.
Joey really tried to get around with that will. You know, we've ran that play multiple times before. Joey did well on, you know, getting over the top of him, but, you know, the defense did well in ensuring that, you know, the ball didn't come his way.
4th and 7. NFL Academy scored on the opening play of Q4, but then got pinned right back. Going to be a difficult punt now. Pressure coming. Petrillo does a great job getting that away, and look at the length of that kick. It does take a Dusseldorf bounce, so it bounced at the 40 and then bounces another 10 yards backwards, and Dusseldorf will have the ball in NFL Academy touchdown. We're into Q4 score here, 27-0.
Last quarter of the game. This is when, everyone starts to lock in because, it's the last push. Let's see what both teams have in store for this last quarter of the game.
Dusseldorf, they've come close, but the NFL Academy still haven't let anything in, and they'll be prideful, full of wanting to make sure they keep a clean sheet here today. What can Dusseldorf do? Poor snap. Sharif picks it up. It's not Sharif, actually got their back in now in, and that's a nice play on the edge by Jadil Wahab. Quarterback is Philippe Bulgara now, who's come in. So Bulgara with a low snap, difficult to field, and can't do anything with the ball on that one. Good defense from Wahab. Another man down. NFL Academy player, so getting some treatment to him on the field. Those players that do get into USA school, how important is it that those players maintain the links with the NFL Academy in order to, because they are the trailblazers, right? The ones that are going into Div 1 schools. And are they real? Do they then become the mentors for players within the NFL Academy? How does that connection work?
100%, keeping those close connections, with the alumni of the program and those that have gone on and, done bigger and better things as well, pursuing the dream and the goal of the NFL Academy is crucial, because it gives those, fellow Academy members that are then looking to get into the Academy, the inspiration, especially for those certain positions, wide receivers that, look up to the likes of Seydou Traore, linebackers that look up to, Kofi Taylor-Barracks, tight ends that look up to Peter Clark. It just gives them, the motivation of if he can do it, then so can I.
Manuel Sefa-Boyki to the sideline. He's had a good game today. 2nd and 10. After that incompletion for Dusseldorf. At the NFL Academy 40-yard line. Hands this one off to Rosenberg. Ball is out again. Ball is still out. NFL Academy trying to secure it. And they do. Another turnover. And I think it's Arthur that came up with that one in the end. Ball was bobbling around all over the place.
Bobbling all over the place, but that was a great recovery from Mesh.
You can see the big hits going in, and then everyone's trying to locate where the football is. Still not secured. But it's the black of the NFL Academy that come up with it. Another turnover. 4 turnovers on fumbles now for Dusseldorf. But the NFL Academy defense, they're the ones that have been creating it.
The defense have been really, really showing out this game, and the aim is to get fumbles.
Fenton, great reception. Difficult reception. Ruben DePassos into the game. His first reception, and it was a tough one over the middle, and he paid the price for it but held on.
Strong catch by Ruben.
You'll see the hit coming in on the replay. 2 defenders all over him. DePassos showing good courage, skill, and good hands to keep hold of that one. 2nd and 1. Handoff, Brewer up the middle. He'll get the first down and more. Konstantin Pashos finally has to drag him down for Dusseldorf. They just need to chew this clock now, NFL Academy. Come out with this win, keep the offense off the field.
Just continue to do what they're doing, keep a clean sheet. Great run by Paul. That's all it is as a running back. Just following your assignment, keeping low, and when you get through and you see the space, just burst through.
The business end now of Q4, and the Academy all business. 27-0 up. Fenton looks to his left-hand side, looks for Volumino, and Volumino will take it in for the 4th NFL Academy touchdown. Well, beautifully designed play. Volumino just comes out into the flat. Fenton hits him and just takes it nice and calmly into the end zone.
Beautiful. Similar to last year, Sam threw his first NFL touchdown, to Andrea last year, in the same game. So him being able to repeat that again this year just shows the chemistry is continuing to grow.
There's a replay. You see Fenton with the beautiful touch on the ball just over the defender's head, and Volumino in the perfect spot. Kick is up. Kick is good. 34. NFL Academy. Dusseldorf Panthers 0. Well, it didn't look like he was going to go that way early on, but now it's turning into a rout.
As I said, when TA gets going, he gets going. I don't know what he said to them in that halftime or in that changing room or outside, but he really got them going, and the boys have now found it. They've locked in, they've understood the mistakes that they made in the first half, but now they've found it, and they're showing out now.
To be fair to Dusseldorf, they have been better this year, but they're still not really that quality that the NFL Academy are bringing. Head coach Peter Zalewski said that last year's loss helped him to learn from their mistakes, and also I like this quote: if you want to be the best, you have to play the best. And the NFL Academy right now, the best in Europe.
Exactly, they're the best in Europe. Got to give it to Dusseldorf. They've been doing well. It isn't the same score as it was last year. It's been a lot lower, but they've definitely gone back, revised, and come back a lot stronger. So wish them the best of luck with their season.
Dusseldorf Panthers will receive the kick after Volumino's touchdown. Four scores from the NFL Academy offense, one score from their defense today. That's another decent kick return out to the 30-yard line where the Dusseldorf Panthers will take over. Had scores today from Afosu on a pick six, from Brewer on a touchdown, then right at the beginning of Q3 and then Q4, back-to-back touchdowns from Sebastian Harris, both on 35-yard bombs from Fenton. And then Fenton finds Volumino in the end zone on that last drive to bring this score to 34-0, just one PAT blocked. Dusseldorf, they've made yards on the ground, they've driven the ball, they've switched field position, but they just haven't been able to get it in when it really matters, have they?
Nah, they haven't. They've done really, really well. But just that last part of finishing is what they haven't really been able to execute. The offense from the NFL Academy have done really well. Second half, coming out and dominating with, putting some points on the board.
Fair play to Dusseldorf. They bring 84 people out here, and 78 people. There were 64 players, 12 staff members all the way to the UK. The team in Dusseldorf has a squad of 90 players, and this will really set them up well for their league matches, won't it? Because when you play a team like the NFL Academy, it stretches you. You have to be at your absolute best, even to compete play to play. So when they go back and play, in their own country, in that division, which they've dominated by all accounts for many, many years, they'll be even better, won't they?
100%, iron sharpens iron, as they say, and what better team to verse than in Europe, the NFL Academy. So they're definitely going to take all the key learnings from this year and last year to go back into their season.
1st and 10. Pump fakes. Now looks to go over the top. Dangerous throw, trying to get the ball to Gregor Brake. It's still Philippe Bulgari in at quarterback, giving him some reps now, getting that experience of playing against an opposition of the NFL Academy's quality. German players on this NFL Academy team as well. Paul Brewer came over from Germany, and there are others.
Paul Brewer really dominating, Obviously he's facing against, his home country, so definitely, isn't easy, but, once you play for the NFL Academy, you just have to live up to that standard that the NFL play. So really, really proud of him for how he's been, leading the season and doing well for the running backs.
Philip Bulgari with good protection. The offensive line for Panthers did a really nice job protecting Bulgari on the blitz, but he just doesn't have enough on it to get the ball to Oliver Phoenix Jostin on that one. Brings up 3rd and 10. Pressure just keeps coming from this NFL Academy defense. That familiar 4-3-4. Pressure again. Quarterback does a good job. Bulgari steps up into the pocket. And that's a nice reception. That one's going to go to Luca Schmidt. Just short of that first down there, Tishon. It's going to bring up 4th and 1.
That was a great play by Batinga. He did really well sealing off that catch.
They'll go quickly again under centre. Bulgari will keep it himself. Going to be close to first down yards. And they're going to give it. So the Panthers keep on fighting. They keep on coming. Their heads haven't dropped. They've showed character today.
And that's what you need, even when you're losing. It's not necessarily about the loss, it's about what you do when you're losing. So even though they may be losing 34-0, taking this into their season, the learning points is even when you're down, you keep pushing regardless.
1st and 10, fresh set of downs. They're having to work for it, are the Panthers. But they do move the chains. Bulgari this time will go down. Guess who?
Proctor. Great tackle by Carter.
Game, isn't he?
And that's what you call not giving up on the play. Coach now teaches that all the time. Doesn't matter. The play doesn't stop until the whistle's blown. Keep going all the way to the end.
Proctor with the sack. 2nd and 15. Bulgari with 4 targets, but he'll keep it himself. Right hand side, picks up a gain of 7, gets the 5 yards back off the sack, and it'll bring up 3rd and 8. They were running that play really well, weren't they? The QB option runs. Bulgari's come in and he's running it well on this drive.
The NFL defense just need to hold it down just for a little bit longer, near the end of the game. So let's see how the defense hold up, and let's see how the Panthers' offense continues to take them through this drive.
3rd and 8. Final opportunity you have to feel for the Panthers to get something on the board. Just outside NFL territory. Bulgari checks his wrist coach, takes the snap, looks his left-hand side. Oh, he had 2 receivers out there, and he throws over both of their heads. Sometimes your arm lets you down.
Sometimes it does, Had the opportunity, but, he just threw it into the open space. Fortunately, no one was there to receive the ball.
Now they're near midfield. They'll keep their offense out there. They're going to bring in David Morris-Shafir, the experienced 10-year veteran for this play, to see whether they can keep the chains moving. 4th down, NFL Academy will be pinning their ears back. Oh no, they're going to do a cheeky little punt. So it looked like Shafir was going to was going to go for something, but what a great punt again. It's that play, Lucas Schmidt, Lars Michel, the running back, on the kicking duties again, and it's a great little design, that, isn't it? And gets them pinned back yet again. Fenton's going to have to start from his 2-yard line.
The Panthers aren't making it easy for the NFL Academy. They're really trying to try whatever they can to make it hard for Sam Fenton and the NFL Academy offense, but, let's see what Sam does in this drive, being pinned back again in their own end zone.
Fenton from his 2. He's been here before. Timeout. Panthers. Now, tell us what's going on for you now. NFL Academy alumni. I've seen you do some media stuff. You're doing this today. You're doing an amazing job. You've done some podcasting. You know, you're still involved with the NFL Academy here. What's coming up for you?
So me currently working with the NFL at the minute, so continuing to grow and uplift the sport within the UK. Still playing, soon to be announced. So not really saying much at the minute.
Well, we can't tell anyone.
Can't tell anyone yet. you have to wait and see. But just really excited to continue to be involved and grow the game as much as I can. Being with the NFL and just really seeing the other side of football while still playing the game as well. So it's really exciting. Just any opportunity that comes up in the future. Just looking forward to take it, get my hands involved and just continue to grow the game and be involved as much as I can.
And you're doing some flag work as well?
Yeah, doing some NFL flag work as well with the community team.
And that's one of the fastest ways to get involved in the sport if you're watching and you fancy giving American football a go. You're just starting out. Maybe you're younger than NFL Academy age and you want to get involved in the sport. Do check out your local flag teams. All sorts of activities going on. You get to meet some great people like Deshaun, and it will be a great experience and introduce you to the game.
Definitely, there's been loads of athletes that started off through playing flag football. Peter Clark himself, he started off by playing flag football, learned and developed the skills, and through learning flag and learning the fundamental skills, was able to be a part of the NFL Academy.
2nd and 10. Running back gets bottled up, pulled down that time. Giacomo Troney in at quarterback for the NFL Academy as they give their backups some experience. Must be great to be the backup to a quarterback like Fenton. He's got so much experience now.
So much experience, that all he can really do is just continue to learn and continues to just give that knowledge down, to the younger generation, continuing to upskill the QBs that we have within the UK.
Timeout. Academy, as they want to talk this one over. That NFL Shield, such a beacon here at Loughborough, attracting players from all over the world to come and play here. Just shows the growth of the sport, not just in Europe, but in Africa and in other continents as well. Yeah, go ahead.
The game's really growing, man. It's crazy to see, the growth within the small time frame of, how, the NFL started up in 2019 and, being able to have annual games with, IMG, tours, almost every year now, fixtures, of games versus teams all over Europe, it just really shows the growth of the game. COVID stopped us, in the beginning of the 2 years, but, the year that we did have to show out and, put our name on the map, we really dominated, and I'm just so excited for the future and, the rest of the NFL Academy players to come through and, the rest of the great stories that we're going to hear from the NFL Academy.
The NFL continues to put on those London games, which is such a great event, as this is dangerous now for NFL Academy. Troney does a good job just to get out of the end zone under pressure there. Some sort of mix-up on the handoff, but Giacomo Troney has the wherewithal just to scamper around and don't give up the safety. You don't want anything on the board at this point, right?
Not at all, especially being pinned back in the end zone. I'm pretty sure there was a whistle that was blown, so I think that's probably what confused the NFL Academy players, but I think the refs are just deciding between themselves what the play is going to be.
This is what frustrates the defense, isn't it? You keep a clean sheet the whole game and then the offense go and give up a score.
Come on, offense. Hold it down, offense.
3rd and 12. Giacomo Troney. Oh, they are going to give the safety. So after all that, the referees were talking it through, and I thought Troney got out of the end zone, but just there, the Dusseldorf Panthers are going to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I know that the NFL Academy are going to be fuming about that one, especially with that call. There was a bit of confusion going on, but
It was the punting of Lars Michel, that clever little, they almost fake it, looks like it's going to be QB sneak, so you know the academy come up to defend it, they don't put any receiver back there, and then Lars Michel just pops it over the top. Here's the replay on the safety. There was a bit of a mix-up, and then Comey just, well, it looked to me like he nearly got out there. Maybe his knee just got caught in the end zone.
Great effort by him. You know, as you can see, Sam was well confused about what was going on. He just froze there. You know, not any of the NFL Academy members' fault. You know, just one of those things. But 34-2 is the game. 2-minute warning was just called. So let's see what happens in these last 2 minutes of the game.
Hendrik Bowles was the player for the Panthers that caused the pressure that led to the safety. But you have to feel it was just a bit of a mix-up in the backfield. So NFL will say, well, we're punished for our own mistake there. We're giving that up. We're giving the points away.
Exactly. I mean, at least it wasn't a touchdown, you know, for it to just be a safety. Obviously, defense held out. They did what they did what they needed to do. You know, a bit unfortunate, but, you know, 34-2, still a great score.
Exactly. So we don't want to focus on the negatives. There's stuff you learn from. But this NFL Academy really been great in all three phases. Had some great defensive play. Obviously the shutout as far as the defense are concerned, just that safety given up just now. You know, the offense, the defense have had a score of their own. Offense have put 4 scores up of their own. Petrillo's been amazing on the punting. There's been good coverage. It's an all-round good performance.
Great game from the NFL Academy. There's a lot of takeaways that, you know, they're going to be happy about from this game. You know, a few things that they of course need to work on. As everything, nothing's perfect, but definitely a good game.
Petrillo will kick off again. He's had a lot of kicking duties today, as he always does when the NFL Academy are on the board, because they do score a lot. Again, they take their time to the Panthers to set up this kick return, and the returner will get a few yards and bring the ball out to the 29-yard line, where the Panthers will take over again.
The Panthers are always quite patient when they do their returns. You know, the returner is always quite patient. You know, tries to let the blocks develop, and then he takes his way up the gap.
Yeah, they do it well, do the Panthers. It's been an area of the game that I've been impressed with. This Panthers team against other opposition, you know they're going to do well. They're well drilled, they make few mistakes, they've got a really experienced quarterback with some great running backs. Their defense has come in here and really stood some NFL Academy players up. Been impressed with the Dusseldorf Panthers.
Definitely. Well done to the Dusseldorf Panthers. You can definitely see that they've put in some graft and, you know, put some hard hours behind their belt to ensure that they were ready for this game.
Rolling out, automatic blitz coming, that'll be picked. It's the second pick of the day. That one will go to Vinnie Maxfield, the GB under-19 standout, the NFL Academy standout, in a great spot to make that pick.
Vinnie Maxfield doing what he does, getting picks. You know, last year in the Rig Sweden game, you know, he picked up through that game. You know, so it isn't a surprise that he's here getting 2 picks today. You know, he's a pick finder. He gets it, takes it to the crib.
Belgieri just had to do something on that QB. He's trying to make something happen. Vinnie Maxfield just with the perfect coverage. Back on the field. Well, the ball goes up into the air that time. Tipped at the line of scrimmage. Giacomo Trodi still out at quarterback for the NFL Academy. Some nice play from the Panthers defensive line to tip that one in the air. If you've enjoyed the game today and you want to watch some more action, that US tour to Atlanta, Georgia is coming up 29th of May to the 4th of June, and then in August the Academy will travel to Dublin. Tell you about that in a second after this play. Second down. Great hole, Volumino in the running back position, and he'll run for 12 and a first down. Yeah, the NFL Academy will play host to Bonner and Prendy High School as part of GIFT's Friday Night Lights College Football Classic weekend. That'll be an event. Big colleges coming over.
That should be a very, very interesting event. You know, first time that's ever been done for the NFL Academy, so definitely looking forward, and I know that the players will also be looking forward to that great game.
And then later on in the year, October, there's going to be a rematch against the IMG Academy Varsity White. That game last time was a tight one in the end. The NFL Academy offense struggling to get on the board against that tough IMG Academy Varsity White team, but they'll want to get a win this time. It was tight in the end, 26-14.
Definitely, you know, the Academy, that's what we've been waiting for, is that American competition. So to be able to lose that game similar to Dusseldorf, just having that energy and that, you know, that rivalry now, 100% know that the NFL Academy are going to come back more fired up and ready to verse IMG again.
Now, if you want more football action after this, you can have it. The Great Britain women's team is kicking off against Sweden as Johannes Enarsson, the offensive lineman for the NFL Academy, comes off the field. He's been great today. Offensive line been really strong. All those guys in the trenches. George Owen Thomas, Josh Dominic Braish, Elliot Ward, Oscar Poyser, Akram, Alessandro Monguzzi, Daniel Akinkunmi, Johannes Earsson, you just saw him, Veno Vartason, really played well, rotating in, doing a great job on that offensive line, protecting Fenton, now protecting Kono as he looks, and he'll have to scramble to his left, but keeps the play alive! He's got the Pussus! He's got the Pussus at the 5! What a play! Giancomo Troni showing what he can do with his legs and his arm.
Great way for him to get out there, make a great play, great catch by Ruben, getting them so close to the end zone right now. Let's see what they can do to finish off this play.
Well, we needed a bit of excitement at the end of this one. We were just kind of doing a bit of bathing here in the sun and thinking it was all over, and De Passos at the 5.
Oh.
Beautifully lofted pass again, but out the back of the end zone. Troni showing he's got that great arm.
Just when you least expect it, the NFL Academy come and make a big play late in the quarter.
This is opportunity for those backups to get something on tape, right? They're going to want to come in, and especially after Troni had to give up that safety. Not really his fault, it was a mess up in the backfield. But he's come out and said, right, well, let me show you what I can do.
Exactly. This is when the backups, especially as quarterback, you know, the hardest position on the field, this is when you can get the opportunity to show what you can really do.
Troni with trips to the top, sends Volumino in motion. He'll go to De Passos. And Volumino wanted that one himself, but Troni didn't see him. Tried to get the ball to De Passos. Volumino's already had a touchdown. Here's the replay. You can see Volumino goes to the flat. It's calling for the ball. And De Passos is the man that Troni tries to get it to. Incomplete.
Andrea was wide open for that one. He was screaming for that one. I know he 100% wanted that one for his second touchdown of the game.
Volumino in the backfield again. De Passos, the single receiver. Troni's got 3 more at the top of your screen. Looks to his left. Now he comes back to Volumino, but this time the coverage is good. Didn't get fooled on that one. The defender was Leonard Hovele, who makes a nice play to deny Volumino. 4th down. Fourth and goal after that big play. Troni to De Passos to set this up. NFL Academy hungry for more. Panthers want to keep him out.
Oh, I know what this play is. I remember this hand signal.
They're going to go for it.
They're running a wheel right here. Wheel bullet. Let's see.
There it is. It's the wheel. Oh, and what a beautiful play. Well, Volumino was open, and the vertical leap of Hendrik Bowles on that. I mean, if he hadn't got his fingertips to that one, that was a touchdown. Great play by Bowles.
Great defense, you know. He really got up there, you know, They tried that play 3 times. I guess the defense were ready for that.
So, he wrecks the party. Bowles putting a play of his own on tape that he can go back to and watch and enjoy.
That's what it's all about. It's just in clutch moments, when you really, really need a guy to make a play and stop, you're there to deliver. And in that case, he was there to deliver and stop that touchdown.
Panthers will take over well into 2 minutes now. Not much time left. Bulgari still in. Panthers will go to the flats. A trick play, wide open receiver at the 40. He catches it, moves inside. It's the speed of Arthur that has to come to track him down. And without that tackle, that would have been a touchdown. So, on the trick play, they catch the NFL napping a little at the end of this Q4. And a big pickup.
Did not expect that at all from the Panthers. They definitely kept that one up their sleeve. Great tackle by Mesh. As I said before, really living up to those numbers, 52. Kofi Taylor-Barracks, he always used to make plays like that.
He's always there or thereabouts, isn't he, Arthur? Always around the ball. I remember one of my old coaches saying, it's all about the man that's closest to the ball at the end of the play. You can tell how much they want it, right? And Arthur, he's one of those. He's always around the football.
Definitely. Great new addition to the team. Rookie, really young, still has years to develop, but the way he's been playing this season, though, there's definitely promise for him to pick up some huge offers.
Dusseldorf call the timeout. They really want to get something for their offense on the board. They do have 2 points on the board, but their offense have not been able to break down this NFL Academy defense. Even with the trick play, they don't get into NFL Academy territory. Arthur denies them any more yards.
Time slowly ticking down. Not sure how long is left on the clock, but for sure that isn't a lot. Oh, looks like they're moving down.
Penalty against the NFL Academy will take them, the Panthers, further into NFL Academy territory. And the defense has kept a clean sheet, and they will want to keep that the same as they move towards this dying seconds of this Q4. Trips to the bottom.
The defense really needs to hold out on this maybe potentially last play or last drive just to ensure that clean sheet.
DB's back there, Ekpolomo, Vinnie Maxfield, Timmy Okoye, Fuzu, Kliata, going to want to defend this. Bulgira in at QB. Philip Bulgari. He's got 4 targets. His back's going to stay into block. He looks long down the left-hand side. Out throws his receiver. Trying to get the ball to Gregor Braig on that one. Good. There was some good coverage there from Timioki.
Second down. Let's see what the Panthers can do. The NFL Academy had great defense on that play, so let's see what they can do for this second down here.
2nd and 10. NFL Academy corners in press now.
Oh,
2.
Flags on the play, flags on the play.
They'll blow it dead, which normally means movement on the offense, and they're going to march back 5 yards. False start against Erdem Güzel on that one, and Panthers will be marched back 2nd and 15. From the Academy 38, Bulgari looking to get something on the board for these Dusseldorf Panthers offense. Rolls to his left. Now he'll put it up into double coverage, and that'll be caught but out of bounds. Good coverage there from Bitanga Kiyata and Timioki, both of them had that one.
The game's getting interesting. The last little plays of the games is when we see whether the Panthers can actually put something on the board or the NFL defense are going to hold strong.
So far, those DBs have been equal to it, and have got good proximity to those wide receivers and good coverage. That time sandwiched between two NFL Academy defenders. No chance to complete that ball. 3rd and 15 now for Bulgari. Both these teams squeezing out as much time on the clock as they can to get as much opportunity to play and make sure that, you know, they maximise time on the field. Bulgari under pressure now will go underneath, and Arthur's there to bat it down and does a few push-ups as well.
Great bat down by Arthur.
Trying to get the ball to Lucas Schmidt. Sorry, go ahead.
Great bat down by Arthur again, just showing that dominance, just always being there, being available to make a tackle or make a play.
4th and 15. Maybe he wanted the pick there. He's punishing himself for those press-ups because he didn't get the pick.
That's the mentality of the academy, you know. Even though he made a play, he wanted more, so, you know, he had to redeem himself.
4th and 15. Bulgari. Last chance to get in the end zone. They're going to go for some trickery. No, they get it to the flat. Ball is out. And the NFL Academy will recover it again. Isupaka comes up with the ball. Ubaka, sorry. And number 53 for the NFL Academy recovers the football. And that will be the last play of the game. So on the last play, the NFL Academy really stamping their authority on this one. And what a great game it's been. Dusseldorf Panthers come over from Germany, and they're an improved team, and they tested the academy at some points during this game, and this is turning into a nice little rivalry, the NFL Academy versus the Panthers. But the score here in the end, 34 to the NFL Academy, 2 to the Dusseldorf Panthers. Your reflections on the game?
What a game, you know, what a game. It's definitely nice to see the way the rivalry is brewing. You know, I know I had a lot of you know, I know I was a big part of the rivalry from last year, so it's definitely good to see the academy continuing to push and keep that rivalry going. So it was a great game, you know, a lot of positives, a few things to work on from both teams, but it was a good game, good weather today. So definitely excited to see the rest of the season for the Panthers, and looking forward to seeing the upcoming fixtures for the NFL Academy as well.
Yeah, Dusseldorf will go back to their home country, Germany, having played at the NFL Academy, and they'll get into their season. And for the NFL Academy, the work goes on. We're going to have a number of upcoming events coming up. The most recent is that 29th of May to 4th of June US tour in Atlanta, and those NFL Academy students will be working towards that. That'll be exciting for them, and then further games coming up in August and in October for this NFL Academy team. Been such a delight to have you in the box with me, Tashawn. You've been an absolute pleasure and such a professional. And I really wish you all the very best with the opportunities that are coming up for you. And I hope we get a chance to do this again.
Thank you, Carl. Appreciate it. It was a pleasure working with you today as well. You know, to both of us to come out here and watch a great game, you know, that the NFL Academy and the Dusseldorf Panthers put on a great performance from each team, and definitely looking forward to working with you more in the future. And thank you everyone at home for watching and, you know, being there to support and be there for both teams.
The NFL Academy stories just keep coming, and those dreams just keep being played out right here at the University of Loughborough. We thank you so much for joining us here at the Centre of Sporting Excellence at Loughborough for the NFL Academy game. Final score here is 34 to the NFL Academy, 2 to the Dusseldorf Panthers. We'll sign off. My name's Carl Walkinshaw. I've been with Tashawn, and we will see you very soon back here for more football. But for now, goodbye from now.
Take care.